Hi guys, after a gap, week gap, again I came today. Just now I'm here, and I hope you are doing all well. And how is my poetry going on? Please kindly respond with me. I was sitting last time giving directly with the live, but it was because of the technical problem I could not solve it. Today I'll just make a video and I'll look myself and then upload. Okay, and especially today I'm with my this tiny kingdom of my country, Bhutan's jacket. It's a very patterned one, and whether you like or not. And today's poem is not neither big nor a short. Bigger poem I would like to continue later in time. I don't, especially I do not have time, especially because of the heavy work and school and also attending different sectors and working and work without work. No work, no pay in America. I have already told you a number of times. So, without a delay, let me start a poem and then just recite my poem. That is recitation, and then I'll also discuss in a sense that I'll explain it a little bit. It's nothing. Today's topic is when you are alone. The poet here is trying to say that what happens what happens when an individual is alone at home. If you can observe it with a CC camera and with my inner eyes or the instinct, what I have myself been involved or what can experienced or seen others, the activities of there, and I have just that is Mars. Not only that, it is also includes like the it reflects the the war between right now in the Middle East. We know it very well. Israel versus Hamas, and also the long war between Russia and Ukraine, the invader Russia and the Ukraine, the defenders. I don't have to explain you all that. And we are the support. I am the as a poet. I am the supporters all the time. The supporter of the meek ones, the weaker ones, or the powerless one like Russia and Israel. You know very well. It is very pathetic. We love all the innocent children being killed in Gaza, a Palestinian, but also we love in Israel because they have mercilessly, on October the 7th. We all know this one. And well, today is 2nd of December, and I hope the Christmas is nearby, and we all are praying to God. Let those who are dead or those who are no more, those who have lost their family loved ones, let us pray for them. Let they come from their sorrows, or what can I say? I cannot express these things. So this poem, like when you are alone. What happens when? Let us go to the poem. Let's forget about everything and let's go to when you are alone. What happens? And I tried my best to. First and second is I try to, you know, I try to. First, second, and third instance, I try my best to address to the persona, you can say the individual, the guy or some person, or yeah, like he or she, but I refer a male person because I am writing for a single person. The last one is comes for the third person, that is he. So I directly address you, and then I shift my writing style to see he. Okay, that's that. And when one is alone, he himself dies many things. Sorry, himself does many things at home, yet he is not satisfied. reading, cooking, eating, and these are the things at first. And the war makes his emphatic. War makes him emphatic, finally reads the biblical verses and be satisfied by himself. These are the things. So what happens when one an individual, or when one is alone at home or somewhere else in the garage or somewhere in the locked room? The activity that just I'm trying to show only. But what happens at the end of the stanza? It signifies the war. Okay. So let me start. When you are alone, you like to do incredible actions. When you are alone, you like to do incredible actions. That is very difficult tone. That is a very difficult tone in these poetic actions. It's a difficult tone. Second stanza. You try to cook the best hot dogs on earth. You try to cook the best hot dog on earth. But when eating the taste, either heavy, salty, or oily salt. But when eating the taste, either heavy, salty, or oily salt, but you smell and tasty, satisfy. Just alone in the house, and oh my God. Third stanza. Because no one is at home except underwear you wear none. Because no one is at home except underwear you wear none. You open the net, virus. Then open the Northern American history, reading few diaries, you get none. Confused. Because no one is at home except underwear you wear none. You wear none. You open the net, virus. Then open Northern American history, reading a few diaries, you get none. Then switch on TV news. Oops, everywhere chaos and anarchism. Then switch on TV news. Oof, everywhere chaos and anarchism, especially news of Middle East, mix of hate of mankind. Especially news of Middle East, mix hate of mankind. Especially news of Middle East makes you hate of mankind. Now the last stanza is a very, like a, it gives a kind of humorous also, but there lies something. The last stanza, he comes to conclusion at end. Now I'm saying he comes. I was 1, 2, 3, third stanza. I'm pointing to him, the guy, but now I'm explaining to you in the poetic language, but explaining to the audience. He comes to conclusion at end. Ego and power causes the war. He comes to conclusion at end. Ego and power causes the war. Fatigue, he climbs up the wall, pops up his cigar for a while. Fatigue, he climbs up the wall, pops up his cigar for a while. Inhale 2 packs of brandy. Inhale 2 packs of brandy. Curses himself to be unlucky. Curses himself to be unlucky. Such mass of killing reflects of past. Such mass killings reflects of past. How deadly terror of God on earth. How deadly terror of God on earth. After Noah's flood gave a new birth. After Noah's flood gave a new birth, then climbs down the ground, from the wall, reads the Bible of Solomon, biblical verse of Solomon, read the biblical verse of Solomon. Wisdom she finds in every column. Wisdom she finds in every column. Such for, for a great sage he salutes himself. Such for great sage he salutes himself. So, is the ending part of the poem. It is almost 10 minutes, 11 minutes now. It might have taken me like 7 minutes to read. How whether you enjoy or not, but I'm just reading. Reading is finished now. Recitation is finished. Reading like a reading or recitation, you can recite. Poem is a recitation, But I have already told you, poem is made. Our genre is a different one. Do not think whether you have written in iambic pentameter or this thing and dictyl anapest or this thing. I know, we know it, but it's the lost genre, lost generation. My dear friends, I have been telling all the time. Most of my beginning of my poetry, I have been telling. Do not worry about the stanza or the line. Sometimes with one stanza we can finish it also, but every stanza does contain the meaning. So that's why. Now let me read the first, very easy. When you are alone, the topic. When you are alone, you like to do incredible action. That is very difficult tone in this poetic action. What I'm saying is, what the poet is saying is, when you are alone, you are doing incredible, unbelievable activities at home, inside the home room. That's very difficult tone. It's a very difficult tone in this poetic action. To write it is very difficult. And second stanza. You try to cook the best hot dog on earth, but when eating the taste, either heavy, salty, or oily sort, but you smile and satisfied. Because someone is watching and himself is doing a lot of things and he try to cook the best. Oh, might be singing and cooking and frying the hot dog. Hot dog, the American food. But while eating the taste, oh my God, either heavy, salty, or oily salt. Because especially a hot dog, if you taste, my dear friend, those who are eating too much salt, that is okay. But those who are eating little salt, it is too salty, you cannot eat the hot dog. That makes you so bored, You might feel, and sometimes it is too oily. You might have put a oil, salt, different times. But you smile and satisfy. You are alone, but you have to smile. What to do? Rather than crying. You smile and satisfy, I'm telling. He satisfied himself. Third stanza. Because no one is at home except wonder where you were unknown. You open the net virus, then open Northern American issue. Now, this is the 4 lines I'm telling here. Because there is no one at home. Easy to understand, no? No one is at home except underwear, because one is on either a lady, male or a female. This can be, if I'm addressing he, but it can be she also. I have seen a lady, CC camera. Even one person I have seen working in the night time. He thinks there is no one, and there is a printing machine, big machine, and he is doing pee there. And one guy was working in the showroom of Coca-Cola, not factory, showroom, where the Coca-Cola bottles are, many bottles are there. I don't know what the mind came, because they changes the mind, and he was, kicking and throwing breaking all the bottles. He might be, he might have, something like upset, or what you can say. He was angry with his boss, might be, maybe with his friends. He was alone, but breaking lot of, hundreds of bottles that night. CC camera. It happens. Therefore, I'm saying here, listen it very carefully. Because no one is at home except underwear, you wore nothing. He was in underwear, and you open the net. It tries to open the all virus. Virus, it comes virus, no net. Then what happened, Then he opened Northern American history books. Reading few diaries, you get none. Nothing. Mind is not working, this thing, this, then you will jump somewhere else. Then switch on the TV news now. Then he went to the bed and TV. then comes, now, up to there, it's okay, but here, see. Then the poet is saying here, oof, everywhere chaos and anarchism, especially news of Middle East, makes him hate of mankind. And then his charming face at first, contrary now, everything now, as he saw the TP lying, people dying of war, they had guns, like a war. This poet was written like 10, 18 and 14. I think I might have written this time when the war was between the, ICS attacking, the Syria, the war, and the Russia and the American, they fought together and they removed all the ISIS. They scattered. Thousands and thousands have been killed and buildings have been ruined. Now you are seeing Gaza and the Ukraine and Russia. This is all about the power. I'm sorry to say. But my poem depicts as E. Cummings, the Buffalo Bill is defunct. He's a cowboy, but it's a very beautiful poem. Nothing is no food, nothing. It's a gun-shaped poetry. So, those ours. E. Cummings. Or you can say Cummings. Then, then switch on the TV news and oops, everywhere chaos and anarchism means very dangerous everywhere. Anarchism. Bad. Chaos also same thing. CHAOS. Chaos. Especially news of Middle East makes him hate of mankind. Make him so sad. Killing. What is life? The last stanza. He comes to conclusion the ending point of the act, and he himself was there. The poet is watching. Ego and power causes the war. He thinks now, ego, because of ego. Putin, he has a great ego. I want to devour, I want to invade Ukraine the first, and then Poland, and then Lithuania, what else nearby, all that. He got, just for 3 days, I can win. Ukraine will win 3 days, because Crimea 2014, he took. And then slowly Donbass and all, Donetsk. Those who are in Ukraine, please listen it very carefully. Those who are nearby Ukraine. Adipka. Now I know, I was unknown, but now I keenly look at the, war every time. Mariupol, Melitopol. Oh my God. Bakhmut. How many died? Right now, I don't know how far will be at the end of the war. One day it will be end, but, Russia now, the calculation, they have the data shown. Till now, today is 22nd of December 2023. Let's see what will happen. 3 lakh something, 50,000. Only the soldiers have been killed. How many they have been wounded? And Ukrainian side also might be 2 lakhs more than that. Now they are both the side having shortage of army. Only the one is the invader, other is the defender. War. Oh, EU, UNO, NATO, they are just watching. Oh, international, what the hell they are doing? This is nonsense. Had they been all together, this war had already ended. Merged together and separate politically or negotiation or whatever. So, see, killing of people. This is the thing, right thing I'm using, my friends. It's very pathetic. He comes to conclusion, ego and the power causes the war. Fatigue, he climbs up the wall. Then what happens after TV? Then he climbs up the wall. Nearby there is a wall. He climbs, he himself was there. There's no one, please, my friend. See. Climbs up the wall, pops up cigar for a while. He took a cigar for a big one. Cigar is a big one, not cigarette, bigger one, like a marijuana. Inhales 2 packs of brandy, and he took brandy, like I'm taking my coffee, but he took 2 packs of brandy, and 2 packs of brandy. Curses himself to be unlucky. Then he curses himself. Oh, that how I was born. Why should I born in this earth? Oh, there is a God. People say this thing and that. There is no God. Now he might have gone to he used to go to the source. I don't know, but he curses himself. He himself, like such mass killings reflects of past. Mass killing, reflects of the past. Past means even the if you read the Bible, whether you have read or not, Genesis chapter, please go to 1 to 5 to 6. You'll find Genesis, the beginning of the Old Testament, not New, Genesis, okay? In Nepali it's called Utpati, but Nepali language. But in English it's Genesis. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that you go. And how, and go on doing, then after some pages, you'll come to across the flood. And 1 to 5 or 6 is only about the Adam and his clans, how Abel and they have been killed, brother Ammon, and they were married with like a Nephilites. I don't want to discuss because it takes a long time. So that it come to pass. Such mass killings reflects of the past. Now, Middle East war, that reflects of the biblical war. Course, that is. How deadly terror of God on earth after Noah's flood gave a new birth. Oh my God. What is saying here? How deadly terror of God on earth, the flood. Before the flood, the Bible says there was no rain on earth. With the dew, everything will be cool and calm. In the Garden of Eden, you know it very well. All calm, silent. But one thing is that do not think that there is only an Adam. There were other people also, giant people were also there. We'll talk you later, like Nephilites, okay? But still they were calm. There was Santa. But what happened? People, when they multiplied during the time of Noah, great God wanted to finish. After he created, but I want to finish. But he found Noah, only the guy who are the worshipper of the Lord. So he built the ark and he saved the people. But 40 days and 40 nights of raining is not a matter of joke. My dear, that's the thing. That's why how deadly terror means danger. Terror of God on earth. After Noah's flood gave a new birth. After Noah's flood means time of Noah, flood came and then gave a new birth on earth. But still there is everything. I'll give you one of the references from the Testament of Solomon's, whether you have read or not. Please kindly go to the Google, okay? Or YouTube, just write Testament of Solomon. There are the hints. But these are not included in the Bible. Neither of the Enoch book of Enoch. So there lies the spirit of devil spirits. That's why the temple of God in the Israel is not in static, because they have been brought up all the jewels, stones. Solomon ordered, even at the end of his life, Solomon is not a godly man. He was godly, his spirit was spirit was there. But after that he married so many concubines and this thing, and at the end of when the spirit moved away from him, he did wrong. So that's the things I'm writing here. These are the references, please. We do not have, it's not like story like a long, like in the poetic language is very short, that's why. So how deadly terror of God on earth after Noah's flood gave a new birth, that's a new birth, new life, then climbs down the ground. This man, he was up, climbing up he comes down, taking cigarette and drinks and all, and climbs down reads the Bible, biblical version of Solomon. Solomon was a great, Song of Solomon, so many things he wrote so many. When the Spirit of God was within him, he was the best man on earth who made the two women they quarrel. One day he brought there and he tried to, the woman were saying, they have one baby and both of them are claiming it is my baby, the other one is, it is my baby. Solomon made it lie on the flat on the table and I'll cut the baby half, take you the other half. The original one will say, okay, don't cut, give it to her. So he's a good judge. He was a good judge, Solomon. Adam himself did the sin. Why not the happy? We all do the sin. Do not, even the priest. I'm telling you, atheist friends, you don't bother anything. But the one who are believers, I'm telling you, none. The Bible says none, even one is a pure person. Everyone does sin. Paul says, if you do some kind of sins, let you before the sunset try to what? Submit to the Lord, forgive my sin. Pray. Each and every inch, step by step, we make a sin. Sin means S-I-N, sin, you know it very well. So, this man, then he climbs down the ground, reads the biblical verse of Solomon. Wisdom he finds in every column. So, Songs of Solomon, he read. To overcome from that, chaos and war, TB, killing. It's not like a cartoon. He saw the real picture on the war, like the war in Ukraine and Russia. I've seen oh my God, drone is falling down. Damn. The tanks, nowadays is a war of drone, my friends. In the First World War and Second World War, there was no drone. There were no drones. They used to do the bunker. Now also they make a bunker, but even the bunker they can see with the everything from the drone. They can kill. What to do? So that is so. Now I'm going to ending the part, my friends. It is almost 27. Then climbs down the ground and reads the biblical verse of Solomon. Wisdom he finds in every column, everywhere. Solomon. Such for a great says he salutes himself. I think the line for the such for a great sage is like one who is like a priest, and he salutes himself means. As a poet, I'm saying after that, having seen everything that made me back, and he took a brandy that makes him like an intoxication and this thing and that, he was not happy, and some people even get suicide according to the Freud. If you are in the superego position, eat ego and superego. Third, the Freudian concepts. If you go to, then in the third, if one emerges to the peak point, in the dramatic language, it is called the catharsis. But I pray to thee then, even Nietzsche, I have my books. Nietzsche, he was also the priest in the beginning, but he neglected religion. At the end of the day, he was insane. He's a great man, born of great men. So the poet is trying to save the life of this one, because by saying that an individual, when an individual reads any, like what sect you follow, either Buddhism or you are Christian or whatever else, every religion doesn't say something bad. I don't know about the Muslims. I have not gone to the Quran, but why the Muslims are so much immersed, they have become extremists. I have not gone through, but I have having come to know So some of the verses of the Qurans are very typical, beyond the imagination. If they are unbelievers, kill them. That's not the way. My dear brothers and sisters, those who are Muslims, please correct yourself and come to be a humanity. Every creature on earth is the same God by the created from the same God. Why you are fighting yourself? So sorry. Such for a great sage he salutes himself. Now, this Solomon was a great sage also. He is a priest. He is what is a guidance. And reading this, everything he got relief all from. And at the end of this poem, I would also say, sometimes I also, as a human being, I am also get sometimes, I also get sometimes too much stress. If I get stressed, my wife, and sometimes she says something happened if something is not there, because we have to meet everything, domestic issues and all. And when we have a quarrel something, and I get stressed, and sometimes I don't have money. How to can I feed my family or save this house mortgage and this, and I get stressed, and the pressure will be high. The more the stress you get, the pressure will be high, and then I just bow down, my Lord, and I pray, and slowly the Holy Spirit comes to me. Everything is nothing on earth. One day I have to go. Whatever happens, Lord, you are there. Kneel down. All will come down, and slowly you will be relieved. You will overcome from such obstacles or the difficulty or the chaos or what you call the stress, everything. Then that will be a kneel. That is only the yoga. That itself is a yoga. Why the people you go to the temple give a lot of money yoga guru and they, no, don't give. Just devote like the devotion, that is called a devotion to God. Almighty, what do you say, what do you call, what do you say, Almighty or oneness or what do you call? There is the spirit. I have experienced myself, my dear friends. So thank you so much. If you like it, please subscribe. Please help to subscribe so that if your subscription makes the other guys to look at me, look at or read my poetry, please convey or share also, please, and hit on the button if you like it, and this poetry will remain forever. And I took it 32 minutes, something like 33 also. Thank you so much. Still, and at the end of this poem, I would like to say, Merry Christmas to, what do you call, this year to 2023, to all of our fellow beings, our friends, comrades. Thank you. ल यति भन्दै मैले राखेँ, म नेपाली हुँ अनि मैले इङ्ग्लिसमा बोल्नै पर्छ किनभने मेरो पोएट्री नै इङ्ग्लिसमा छ, त्यसैले गर्दा तपाईँले जसले हेर्नुहुन्छ मन पराइदिनुहोस्, मन पराइदिनु भए नभए पनि एकचोटि सुनिदिनुहोस् अनि सब्सक्राइब गरिदिनुहोस्। मैले सबैभन्दा पहिला पोएट्री मेरो हेर्नुभयो भने मेरो माई पापाज डेथ मैले लेखेको छु, माई डियर पापा, उहाँको श्रद्धाञ्जलीमा, उहाँको कन्डोलेन्स एउटा के भन्ने एउटा श्रद्धाञ्जली दिएर चाहिँ मैले उहाँको बारेमा चाहिँ त्यो धेरैले मन पराएको छ। मेरा दाजुभाइ अमेरिकन, युरोपियन, इन्डियन, Middle East, West, South, all. It takes time because now the people are so busy. They do not have time to read. But when it start coming, when it reaches up to the 1K, 2K, and then they'll go to hand and they'll read it. Thank you so much. If I'm done wrong, everyone is not perfect in the world, my dear. Everyone does mistake. If I have some kind of mistake or if some kind of mistakes, please write down. You need to do this thing and that. Thank you. Thank you. Have a great time. Good night.